June 6th, and Pub Talk is back. Today, we have a little sports talk to talk about, including the Julio Jones transaction. Then we have a fantastic tier list, a swear word tier list for you guys.
Uh-oh.
We're going to have some beer tasting as well, and then Hops of the Week to finish us off. But before we begin, we want to thank our sponsor, Route 11 Chips. Route 11 Chips, the best chips here in the Shenandoah Valley with great flavors such as Chesapeake crab, barbecue, and salt and pepper. 25 plus years of being in the business has led to some damn fine chips. So check out your local stores to grab your chip bag today. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a couple weeks, but we had family members over last week, so we were not here.
Yeah.
Family first right now. Anyway, hey, today we weren't really going to talk about much, and then bam, we wake up to a Julio Jones transaction. He is no longer a member of the Atlanta Falcons.
Look at him geeking like a little
He's
schoolgirl.
now a member of my Tennessee Titans.
He is now a Tennessee Titan. They got a fucking steal out of this second-round pick. Everyone was thinking a first-round pick for this man. Well, the Titans bargained, and they got a second-round pick. And now your offense for the Tennessee Titans now consists of the King Henry right now, Ryan Tannehill as your starting quarterback. You have A.J. Brown now as your number one or number two right now, and Julio Jones is your number one. You have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL as well. And then
Their run game's okay.
I already said that. But
Just a little.
and you picked up a lot of free agency acquisitions, including Bud Dupree, you bastard. Anyway,
Defense is still the question mark, though.
I know.
There's a lot of unproven talent.
Are they the favorites now in the AFC South there?
in the South,
They have to be.
Wait, who else? You think Houston? They don't even have a fucking
Indy.
Okay.
Wency poo.
You have to really rely on Carson Wentz.
You have to
Which
rely
is
on
that
Carson
is that
Wentz,
something you're
but
willing to bet on?
You have to rely on him, but also I think Indy. It's not just Wentz. That was the problem last year for other teams. This is their fucking run game with Taylor and Mack right now. And then you also have Jacksonville for we don't know what's going to happen with them. I mean, they have Tim Tebow. They have Jesus on their side, so who knows what's going to happen.
Did you see
right
that picture of how jacked he is?
Yeah, he looks good.
Holy hell.
I think he finally did realize, yeah, I could play tight end in the NFL. That's what everyone's been saying for years. And he's like, this might be my only chance to play again in the NFL. So, but for Tennessee now, you get one of the best, probably the best all-around receiver right now in the NFL for the past, I want to say, let's say like 6-7 years, I want to say. You get the best wide receiver. For a time being, you may have thought it was Antonio Brown for a little bit, but you just look at what Julio Jones is.
In 10 seasons with the Falcons, he caught 848 passes for 12,896 yards and 60
he's their all-time
touchdowns.
Leader in all those,
60 touchdowns.
And that also includes the Super Bowl trip for when, if the Falcons would have won, he probably would have made one of the most memorable catches, I think, in Super Bowl history. I still remember that catch that he had on the sideline. And
Look up his average per game. I think it was like 90 something, and then the next best was Calvin Johnson over the last couple of years.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's like 90 something, and then Calvin Johnson's was like 84. It's some big drop off, and I'm like, holy.
How do you get two Alabama players together? You get him and Henry together.
Yeah, I mean,
who's your tight end again? Because Johnny Smith is gone.
Anthony Ferkser, from what Taylor Lewan said on Bussin' with the Boys, he said he runs a solid 5.5, but reliable hands. So just run a stick route. We'll get about 6 yards. That's all we need out of Ferkser.
Solid 5.5. Shoot. Okay. Because I know you lost Johnny Smith to New England.
Right.
So you did lose.
Just imagine if they had him.
Johnny's a freak. He really is. Just didn't get his
imagine if they
touches.
had him and how dynamic that offense would be.
Well, now you look at what fucking New England has. They have Johnny Smith
Well,
and they have
obviously.
Hunter Henry.
Right.
Yeah,
They'll
well,
be in two tight end sets a
It's
lot.
Aaron Hernandez,
that's-
Rob Gronkowski 2.0, but
yeah, that's freaking Bill Belichick's two tight end offense. Nothing gives you an advantage when you have two exceptionally good tight ends.
yeah.
And now you add a dynamic duo of these A.J. Brown and
I know they weren't, top tier, but Heath Miller and when Spaeth was with the team.
I know.
They had a very
know.
solid double tight
The
end.
Steelers
set.
have always had two good tight ends.
Yeah, back when we had who was Jesse James's second guy behind him?
Well, Spieth was there for a while. But
Well, no, with Jesse James, he was with him.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Spieth never really caught the ball. He was more the inline blocker.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Well, Heath was always a good blocker. Anyway,
It still remains to be seen. Julio's coming off an injury too, and he's,
so
Yeah.
was AJ Brown. You're having
So-
both receivers come off.
I mean, that's another reason why I don't think that they got a first round pick out of him. There was. I mean, my thing is like.
I still think it's a steal, regardless.
Yeah,
of what
I
you
think
say.
I think the Falcons could have asked for like a sliding scale pick, like that conditional first round pick, where like if Julio plays X number of games, or if he plays X number of snaps, or has this X number of production, it slides to the first, but it stays at a second, and like I don't know, I feel like they could have, I don't know, but
No, I totally agree with that. I was really stunned. I checked my watch and somebody texted me, "Let's go. I know you're happy." And I knew right away it was the Julio trade, but I was expecting when I went to go check it that it was going to be a 1 and maybe even like a future 4. So when I saw that it was a second, and I think it was a second and a future 4, right? I was absolutely stunned.
Yeah.
They had a sixth, and like
they gave up a 6th
Oh,
with
okay.
with it.
So it was a second and a 6.
it had a fifth in there as well. I
They
think.
swapped like mid round picks,
Right.
So Atlanta moved up to in the 4th round, and then Titans gave up like the 6th or something. I don't know.
And I've seen on Twitter
Makes
a lot
the money
of,
work.
I've seen on Twitter a lot of people saying, "Well, the Falcons got rid of a huge cap hit." It's like, yeah, but the Titans just. I think it's honestly a good trade for everybody. In my
I think
opinion.
so, but at the same time, he was a freaking Atlanta icon. I mean, he was the man, and now that's gone. You know.
Yeah.
And if you're what's his name, Arthur Smith, you're like, holy cow, I just lost this guy, and I'm the new head coach. I just lost my best freaking receiver.
Well, I think it
So-
was if not, when it not if, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just the whole like.
It's crazy how some of these teams are like, look, we have a guy who doesn't want to be here, so let's see what we can get out of him. Sorry.
He is 32 though. You know that.
Yeah, that is still highway robbery.
So that probably age plays a factor in the fact that he's coming off
Have a
being
situation
boogered up.
in
I
Green
mean,
Bay too now where
what, he
you
only
don't
played
have a
9
player who
games or
wants to
something
play
like
there.
that? Julio only played
Yeah.
9 games or something like
But
that.
I
don't
mean,
know.
they weren't going to trade him if they were going to get that $15 million cap hit. There's no way they were trading before June 1st.
Yeah.
Once that hit, you knew that talks ramped up.
The only thing that I think is worse about going to Tennessee is that you don't get to wear those cool uniforms. I think Atlanta has good uniforms.
What about you? Don't think Tennessee has cool uniforms?
They're not the gradient.
Oh, they're
though.
top. They're
I love
top
the
tier.
gradient,
That should be a
though.
tier list. NFL uniforms.
Hey, let's
no,
do
yeah.
that.
But they are
Put
top
that
tier.
on the list. Put that on the list. I like that.
Yeah.
But
NFL
I like the
uniforms.
gradient. I also like the helmet with the chrome face mask as well for a team like Atlanta. So yeah, I'm all
College.
I think they're hideous.
College
quite
uniform
frankly.
What?
tier
The
list.
Falcons uniforms.
What?
Hideous.
Really? You don't like the one with the ATL on the front?
No, not really. The
No.
gradient is actually I do like their black uniforms. Is that what you're talking about with the ATL?
I'm
I'm talking
just
about the red with the black drop.
That's terrible. They're hideous.
Like
but the solid black
Why do we
pieces.
bring him on?
I know.
here?
Who
Seriously.
invites him?
yeah.
I'm here to stir up controversy.
I'm one of
This guy
those.
just
I'm one of those guys being a high school coach and stuff like that. I like the uniforms, especially from the high school level, that have your team name across the front of them.
Mm.
I just think that's a classic look, and it announces your presence. And if you're any good, it carries to me.
I'm
It
not saying
carries
that
more weight.
Tennessee's are bad. I'm just saying I really like Atlanta's.
Yeah, I mean,
Stir it up, bitch! I dare you.
Tennessee does have a classic look, though. I love their blues. I love the all blue uni.
Yeah, that's the best one.
That's definitely a good
if
look.
there was one uni that was still around, is the powder blue
Chargers. Yeah.
ones. If that's
Everybody loves that. That's a
the-
classic
Yeah.
look. Everybody loves that one.
There's only one great uniform there.
Don't even say freaking Pittsburgh Steelers.
You
Bumblebees.
say the bumblebee, I'm gonna love you because I love the bumblebee.
I look at it as like a
The jailbird.
yeah.
It's like you just had a
jail-
stroke.
1940s jailbird.
Yeah, it reminds me of a prison uniform.
Like I said, it's like you had a stroke looking at a uniform because you can't tell what's going on.
Yeah, I like those old throwback ones when they bring them back. I like those. Everybody has a unique uniform, and I don't know. It's just except for Tampa's old orange one with the
Oh,
Buccaneer.
the cream orange.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
Don't
That
creamsicle
do
old
orange.
Buccaneer emblem though is pretty.
Yeah,
thick.
the emblem itself is pretty cool, but that orange combo, I don't know.
When they finally made the change to red, I'm like, you're going places.
Right.
That's when they actually won a Super Bowl.
What about
Okay.
lime green Seattle?
Line, no,
gosh, hideous.
You
no.
don't
With
like
the
that?
circle number, with the circle, are you
Ah.
talking about with
Or
the
the-
circle number?
Or the computerized number, right? Isn't it the computer?
I don't know. It
number?
has like a
Ah.
circle and a number in the middle that I
Ah.
fucking hate.
Sorry, I just got.
I'm also not a fan of the old Eagles ones. I don't know if you know.
Oh, those are clean.
I don't
I
like.
like
I like
those.
the black ones. The alternate jerseys a lot better. Anyway. Okay. Other sports talk. I'm telling you right now, like it's going to be included in my hops, but like I'm telling you right now, like seeing people out and about has been awesome, and especially the Women's College World Series right now has been nothing short of spectacular right now. I don't think there's any question because right now you have Oklahoma City is popping
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
With the upsets that not just JMU that has pulled off, but just seeing fans out. You seeing packed stadiums, you seeing little kids, families there at the stadium.
Well, and then you gotta like the underdog anyway. I just dig the underdog when
Yeah.
they come up because it was freaking David versus Goliath. I mean, JMU is not supposed to beat the number 1 ranked team. They're just not. They were 50-2. You're not supposed to beat them. But that's why they play the game.
They've only had a softball team for 20 years. Think about that.
Right. Yeah.
Oklahoma's been around what? Long time.
Yeah. I don't
20
know.
years. They built the program. And now they're knocking off 1 seeds.
Well, you also have to look at how, I mean, Oklahoma, yeah, they have been, them and UCLA have been the teams that have always competed for the final. Last night, they played for an elimination match. One of them was going home, and it just
Yeah.
happened to be UCLA, all thanks to
Well, put it this
JMU.
way.
That's crazy.
The head coach for Oklahoma has been coaching Oklahoma 5 years longer than JMU's been around. I mean, she's been the coach. She's been the coach for 25 years.
So
now.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, took only 20 years.
I think I also had to look back a couple years ago when we had Megan Good as our pitcher. When we went to face UCLA, we were like, yeah, we just beat Michigan in our regional match. So now we got to go play UCLA, and we got our ass kicked. I remember. And then this year, you play Missouri, and you beat them in a best of 3, and then you go into Oklahoma City. It's like, yeah, you're an unseeded. You don't have a chance. You just don't have a chance. And then you beat them, and then you beat Oklahoma State right after that. The state of Oklahoma belongs to JMU apparently right now. And if
I'm looking on NCAA's website for College World Series appearances, and since 2000, Oklahoma's been there 14 years. 14 times they've been to the College World Series. JMU just did it for the first time. It's the first time they got there. And then the head coach, she's won four national championships, including back-to-back 16 and 17. So,
Wow.
yeah. And then she's also got 2 runner-ups. So
probably
Yeah.
last 2 years ago. It's
Last year-
UCLA.
Last year.
UCLA.
Last
I'm
year,
almost-
UCLA beat Oklahoma, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She had a runner-up like
Yeah.
2 years
they didn't play last year.
Or well,
2
you know,
years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
But
They didn't play last year. That's 20. They have a little asterisk on there that the last one UCLA won in 19.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah,
But-
I think it's awesome. You know, if anything builds your program, it's the fact that you were unranked, get there, take down number 1, take down
Number
fifth ranked,
5,
fifth
yeah.
ranked Oklahoma State, who was the only
Think
other
about that.
team
You
to
beat-
beat Oklahoma.
You beat the 2 teams that had pretty much home field advantage.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
only have to go a
Like-
couple hours, and that's it. Max.
Well, not even. I mean, Norman, Oklahoma is right down the street from Oklahoma
That's,
City.
I'm saying
Holy
pretty much.
shit.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is a great stat. The head coach for Oklahoma is Patty Gasso, and she's been there since 1995. She has won.
Great year.
Huh?
Great year.
Yeah.
2,000 games?
She's won 1,244
Wow.
games, 1,244, 329 and 2. She's got almost 800% winning
Like I said,
percentage.
this year they lost
Wow.
2
Seven-
games. They
790
played
winning
52
percent.
games. They lost 2 of them. Like that.
Yeah.
y-
The
you
year
have
they
a-
won the national championship in 2017 was the last year they won. They finished 61-9.
Oh my god.
Yeah, their Big 12 conference was 16-1 this year.
And then and not even just that. Now you have the World Series going on. You have the College World Series. You had Tennessee hit a walk-off grand slam. I was like, girls can hit it easily with an aluminum bat. That dude just cranked that shit 400 plus yards. A walk-off grand slam. Like just seeing that right now, I go,
that's something.
it's great
that's-
seeing live sports.
Yeah,
It's just great
'cause-
seeing live sports.
And
with the
last
crowd.
year, Buzzy, who was on the show years ago, and he hasn't been on the show in a long time, but we were making plans to go out to Oklahoma to go to the
Omaha?
College World or
Yeah.
Omaha, Nebraska. We were going to go out to Omaha and make a road
That'd be
trip out
sweet.
there to go watch the College World Series. But so COVID kind of pulled out its giant dick and put it right on us and said, "You can't go."
Slapping it on the table.
Yeah, they did.
Gave us
Just
a tape measure to show
With that,
it
like
at-
them big old big old doggy balls.
yeah.
It's like that fucking beer.
so
can you
Coach
got
Smith-
right there.
Coach Smith has an American bully, a pit bull, right?
All right.
And his name is Coda. And he has the healthiest set of nuts on him that you've ever seen for a dog. He has to walk with his legs kind of parted away.
waddles.
He waddles because his nutsack is so giant. And so I was joking around. I was over at
It's not the
Coach-
worst thing you're going to hear on the show.
I
Just
was-
wait till the swear list. I'm
yeah,
telling you.
I was over at Coach Smith's yesterday, and we were drinking beer, and I got a little.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ, Coach.
I took a picture of Coda's nuts while he was sleeping.
It's like a wad of chewed up bubble gum.
I was jealous.
Bro, I don't need to hear that right now.
I was jealous. Yeah, what a cool dog, though.
Oh my
What a giant meathead. His head is as big as a basketball.
What a
and he's
giant
such a-
meathead for a meathead.
Yeah, and he's just
That's what Coach Smith is.
yeah. That dog is freaking awesome, though. He is. He's a
Mhm.
lovable, dopey pit bull.
If you played football at some point, you're a schmeathead or a meathead at one point. So it's okay.
Yeah. So there you go. I hats off. JMU's got a tough one coming up. got
They
another
already
one.
lost the first game, but the only thing I can say to that is you got off to the worst start and a mental just reset right off the bat. And I think that is something to say, like, okay, well, you still have another chance now. And who knows, like, if that diving catch doesn't happen, like the girl who dove out for the catch in center field, I'm like, if that doesn't happen, if this doesn't happen, if the fucking ball doesn't roll underneath the back corner of the fence,
right. If it goes
that
off the
doesn't
fence,
happen,
because the ball was going into the fence on an angle, it bounces away from the girl, and instead
it's
of
a
staying-
run. It's a
it-
scored
they-
run.
it scores a run.
But because
Because
there
it
was this
bounces off.
little fucking hole in the fence, it's a ground rule.
Did you
double
see that?
Because
Right.
it rolls
Did
out
you
the
see
back
it?
of the
I'm
fence.
going to be honest. I haven't talked much during this segment because I haven't watched
You
any.
gotta
but
watch
I've enjoyed seeing JMU. have
Page
success.
County High School is out here just hitting bombs, dingers left and
Kate
right.
Gordon is literally just shot calling
Blast.
right now. Yeah.
Page
Blast.
County.
Her and
Wow.
Sarah Jubis.
Well,
are
who was the girl? Was it the catcher from Oklahoma when she freaking launched her 3-run shot to put them up
she
big time?
freaking pointed out
She
there.
as soon as she hit the ball, she was like, "See ya."
Mhm.
She was straight away blast the center
6'4".
field.
I'm like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's a hell of an athlete too, man. You should see her behind the plate. It's like nothing gets by her.
She looked that tall, man.
Hunter, the catcher, I can't remember his name, but I was talking to Hunter Ensminger last night. And like they share like a common facility.
Yeah.
Right,
Memorial
right.
Hall. They share it. Yeah.
And he said he's walked by and seen her just throw up 350 on the bench like it was nothing. So
No,
that I'm just telling.
Kate
Hey, I'm just
Gordon-
telling you what he said.
there's
But
no
that-
one doing. There's
She's
no
a country
female.
girl. I'm
There's
not-
no
I'm- I
female
wouldn't
doing
be surprised.
350.
He said that some of them
She-
are just
she
freak
has
athletes
that-
can throw up
if you ever listen to her
numbers
talk,
on
she-
the bench.
Not happening.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what I heard. I haven't seen. Now, Grant, I
I
haven't
would
seen
take
the
the
girl.
word coming from a baseball team that didn't even make their fucking tournament to a team that is going to play for a national
I
championship.
haven't seen
right
the
now.
girl, so it's hard for me to judge. I'm just telling
The
you what I heard.
catcher?
No,
No,
no, no, no, no,
no,
no.
no.
17. What do you
Oh, okay. All right.
Kate Gordon. What are you
Okay.
talking about?
Oh, he's talking about Kate Gordon. I was like, okay.
No, Kate
Alright.
Gordon. Who's doing it?
Uh,
Okay. But like I said, I have a part of that in my hops, but like it is awesome to see like a live crowd there and just seeing JMU Nation out there as well in Oklahoma City. All right, let's get to the meat potatoes of this thing. Another tier list. Last time we did candy, and it was a banger. Before that, we did snack food. Did we do snack food? Yeah. And then we did
Fast food.
We did fast food. Okay. And we're still heartbroken that he said Chick-fil-A is overrated and shit. Okay.
Freaking Lucas throws out elite, and I'm like overrated. Well, let's bring out Arby's.
We'll bring out this one thing, and he'll go like, "Yeah, get the fuck out of here."
Can we tilt the screen just?
Yeah. Okay, so today we
This is
have
some good
a
ones.
cuss word tier list, swear words. If you're a snowflake, anyway, we have.
There's some good ones on here.
I have the list here to the,
Did you
to
make
the left
this?
of me.
Or
Yeah,
you
I
find
did.
these?
I made
You
it, and
find
I
these?
found a bunch, and then I made it. There was a
Okay.
bunch of other ones that were really
Alright.
kind of
We
like
have 25 different either words or subwords of that. Of
Things that are
particular word.
inappropriate, I guess.
right. So here was our tier list. We had 5, and CJ's
We
going to
have
mark
5 categories.
CJ, you're going to mark them. Open with Google Docs so
I
that
can't.
you can.
It's not working. So you'll just have to write. You'll just have to.
There's paper right there.
No, I mean I'll pull up the sheet off my desktop there.
Because you see, the Chrome extension doesn't want to fucking work for me, so I
Whoops.
can't do
Oh,
it.
okay. Gotcha.
So
gotcha.
even if I report an issue, it's not going to do anything.
I'll just use on my list right here. And so we're going to say the first, we're just going to call them number 1. Number 1 is anytime, anywhere, or anywhere, anytime. I'd say it to my mom in the grocery store.
Number 2.
Number 3, I wouldn't say it around people I don't know. Number 4, holy fuck, that's bad. And number 5, you're going to hell.
So the top of the list is basically
I'm gonna
not as bad.
Yeah,
Bottom of the list
but
is like,
hey,
oh my goodness, what did
Yeah,
you just say?
repent your
Yeah, gotcha.
sins.
what did you say?
Bro,
So-
this is a close group of friends.
so
that
we're
you can say
putting
this
so
stuff to.
anything so this has to begin with, and this was my thinking, my logic in this is anywhere, anytime has to be the standard, which means think about Sunday at church or whatever like that. Anywhere, anytime, that's where it has to start, and then that's why
Yeah.
you have to say
What'd
the
you say
last
at
one.
number 1, let's just change it. What'd you say at a church?
Right, that's what I'm
Ooh,
saying.
that's
You're going to
tough.
hell. That's the last one.
You can talk in the background. It's okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Hey,
number 1, we have
That's tough.
crap.
crap.
We have crap.
No crap.
Ah, crap.
I'd say it to the
I-
pastor.
I'd say
I
at
dropped
church.
my piece of bread.
Oh,
Oh, crap.
crap.
Anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, I
Right.
think
Is
that's
shit on-
That's
yeah,
an
shit
easy
is on
one.
there.
That's an easy one.
Is piss on here?
huh? Piss.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's
I
on
see-
there.
I couldn't see it.
Okay. So
There's just too many
Uh,
cuss words. I
weenie.
love this.
There's more. Weenie. Don't be a weenie.
You know, I
Well-
feel like if it just, depending on who the person is, obviously, but if someone
say it's like
called
my
me a
mom.
weenie, I'd probably slap them in the back of the neck. So I think I'd say
Weenie?
that to.
Who says
Anyway.
that? You're a weenie.
So your mom would call you that in the grocery store. Like I said, this is a grocery store kind of word. You'd be
My
like,
mom-
don't be
what-
a weenie.
I think if my mom heard me say that, she'd kick my ass. In
What?
all
A
honesty.
weenie
Not because she was mad at me. She'd be like,
or penis?
"What are you soft?" Like give me a little
Say
slap on the
both.
back of the neck.
but
Not
we already
because she
have
was mad
dick
at me
on
saying
here,
it.
So it's
Yeah,
just like,
nah.
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
have some controversial answers to some of these because I'm like, some of these to me aren't even cuss words. I'm
Yeah,
serious. Some
yeah.
of them aren't.
Right.
Like
you
weenie,
know,
weenie, crap, and weenie aren't cuss words.
No, but I'm saying like some cuss.
Hey, we
some
had to
words
start somewhere, didn't we?
True.
We had to start somewhere. So what are we putting weenie on?
probably one.
Yeah,
Anywhere,
probably
anything.
one. I'd say that. General conversation.
Yeah. Don't be a weenie. It sounds like you're like, ugh.
All right.
Gay Pride
Next
Month.
up, bastard.
You
Okay,
bastard, you.
I mean, I would
You're
say
not
it's like-
talking to your guy in
I-
church. You're not
I-
talking to
I'd
the
say it's
pastor
like a
going,
2 or a
he's
3.
a
Yeah, I
bastard,
get
you
it.
know?
because like I could say it to my mom and she'll laugh about it. You could say
I
it to like
would never say that to my mother.
Julio Jones, he just caught that pass.
she's
That
called me a
bastard.
fucking idiot before. I'm gonna say that you're a bastard. Yeah, I could say that to my mom.
Well, okay, so like we need to do about context, I think.
No, I just told you it's anywhere,
Uh,
anytime. So
so what's-
now?
that's
What's the second?
basic.
What's the second one?
Yeah.
I'd say it to my mom in a grocery store.
Okay, what's number
What's
3?
three?
I wouldn't say it around people I don't know. I'm
Oh
not.
fuck no! I'll say it around people I don't know. Stop
Okay.
Maybe
being-
we should
stop being a
switch 2 and
bastard.
3. Maybe we should switch
Yeah.
2 and 3.
Okay. That's
Because I think I would say things around people I
No,
don't know rather than
my mom.
fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me move.
Yeah,
on.
I'll say it to my mom in a
My
grocery
saint of a
store.
mother
That dude's being
has
a
definitely
bastard
never
over there.
heard my
Stop
full
it.
vocabulary, whereas a random probably has heard
Yeah.
mine.
All right. So where are we putting that?
I put 3. I agree with what Patrick's saying. I'll put it at 3.
Yeah, I'll put
I'd
it at
say
the
it's-
new 3.
The new 3 is I'd say it to my mom in a grocery store.
Yeah, probably.
Look at that bastard over there. He's got a bad leg or something. So that's a number 3.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, easy
Gonzi.
on her. Yeah, she's a snorter. All right,
So I'm a
Douche.
little less-
douche or douchebag? Like
douche. Quit being a douche.
Number
Hey, wait a
one,
minute.
I mean,
that's different
it
than mine.
has
You
to
missed
deal
it.
with-
You missed it. Dumbass.
Oh,
Oh, dumbass.
Oh, 4. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
dumbass, you
Hey,
missed it.
dumbass. Quit being a douche, dumbass.
Dude, that's a number 1.
I obviously
That's a
would
number
never
1.
call my mother a dumbass, but I'd say it around my mother. So therefore 3.
I'm saying a number 1. I'll say that
Really?
anytime, anywhere, dude.
No,
if
no,
you're
no.
being
I think you're confused. One is stuff that one is like your crap.
Yeah,
And-
crap is definitely anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Because you could be in church and go.
Dumbass.
You could be in church and you
Yeah,
could just
one is
drop
like-
the hymnal.
Okay,
and
I'll
go,
put
oh,
it
crap.
at 2 then.
And
Because
nobody-
Yeah.
if I don't
2,
know you
yeah,
and you're just
2,
being a
yeah,
fucking idiot,
yeah.
then
I've
stop being a dumbass.
I've said it to some kids sometimes. Quit
yeah,
being-
exactly.
Quit being a
Like,
dumbass.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Yeah.
Right? Stop being a dumbass.
You broke your leg by jumping off the roof. You're a dumbass. That's all I gotta say. All right.
Now it's douche.
Number 5, douche.
Can I just say
This-
these? Douche.
Douche.
Douchebag. Sorry.
Douchebag.
It's a 1 for me.
I think I'd say douchebag anywhere
2.
except at the
2.
church.
2.
So
I think
2,
it's
yeah.
2
You go
for
to the
me.
gym and you see people. It's like, dude, that guy's a douchebag. You could just tell.
Yeah, but you're
Like,
not saying it out loud. You're not going,
you're
hey,
thinking it.
hey, douchebag.
You're thinking it.
Stop stealing all the weights.
Whenever
You're
you're
not
in the
saying
gym for your old high school team, it's just like some dude trying to live more.
But I
weight
wouldn't
than he
say
can.
it. I wouldn't say it at church and to my mom.
I'd say that's around my mom.
You wouldn't
Not to
say
my mom, but
douchebag
around
around your mom.
No, I don't really cuss around my mom.
Viggs is a man of principle.
I was gonna say, like, well, what if there's someone on the TV and your mom goes, "That dude's being a douchebag"?
She
mom,
wouldn't say
how
that.
dare you? My mother's a saint.
You said SMIC, I'll kill your whole family.
No, I'm saying it's a 1 for me.
Saying it's a 1.
I'm saying it's a 1 for me.
Probably 2.
I'm so confused right now. Wait, is 1?
1 is anywhere, anytime.
Anytime.
Anywhere, anytime.
Anytime.
You're saying it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I think I was going backwards then.
No,
Yeah, I'd say
number
this
5
anywhere,
is
anytime.
dude. You need to fucking.
Okay,
shit.
gotcha,
Like,
gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going
I'd say
with
that.
that.
I'd
so
say
you're-
pretty
You
much anywhere.
maybe 3.
And then
Because
I'm
what?
saying that if I'm sitting, I'm in the pew at church, and the guy only puts in 50 cents because he grabbed 50 cents out of his pocket, and you're looking over and you tell your wife or that guy's a douche.
I could definitely
Are
see.
you saying that in church?
I would hope I wouldn't,
I
but I
would.
could see myself doing it. So therefore, we're going to say
I'll
that. I'll say it anywhere.
anytime.
Okay. Then we have jack off or jackass. You
Yeah.
say more
Don't
jackass.
be a jag off. Jag off.
How about a
jackass.
jag off? You know, a
Jag
jag
off,
off.
jack
That's
off.
a Pittsburgh thing.
Jackass, that kind of thing. Don't be a jack bag, jack wagon.
Okay. What's number
A
4?
I think
dickhead.
That's tier 3.
What's number 4?
Dumbass.
No. What's tier number 4?
Tier number 4 is holy fuck, that's bad.
Nah, it's like a 2 or a 3 for me. I would say.
You'd say it to your mom, and that guy's being a jackass. Look at him. He just freaking
yeah.
pushed his
Yeah,
car.
it's the same thing as dumbass. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say 2. I'm gonna go with 2. It's not as bad as what I would say because it's the same thing as the next one essentially. It's like the next one, by the way, is ass or ass.
All right. Here, in my opinion, and I know this sounds silly, there's a huge difference between ass and asshole. You
No,
know,
I'm saying like asshole to jackass. Like it's
Oh,
kind of
okay,
the
yeah,
same
yeah,
thing
yeah.
for me.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I
Asshead.
feel like ass can be thrown in a variety of sentences, whereas like asshole, you're probably calling somebody an asshole.
Dude, my ass is burning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you could just be
Oh, that
talking about
guy-
your own ass
Did you,
and
hear,
not.
did you hear what that guy was saying? He's such an ass.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and you can use ass in multiple
I think
ways.
it
Whereas
might be. I think it
asshole,
might be
we
a
know what you're talking
because
about, for the most
you
part.
say it in church, so I'd probably say 1 for ass.
You would?
You say it in church, and it's in the Bible.
What? Oh, when talking about a donkey, sure. But I mean, come on, we're talking about in the real sense, the rear end here. I mean, I'd say it's a
2.
I'd say it to my mom in a grocery store.
Yes.
I'd say it around my mom in a grocery store.
Look at that asshole.
Or damn, look at that ass. I mean, it's kind of the same
I'd
thing.
say it in
to
the
me.
group.
I mean, dude,
There's
shit,
not a lot I
even
wouldn't
my
say.
grandmother has even said that stuff to me. Okay. Whore.
Oh, golly. That's as bad as it gets.
What's number
What?
4?
Holy
What's number
fuck, that's
4?
bad.
I would say that's holy
I
fuck.
say
That's
it's
bad.
4. I say it's 4.
That's
It's
really
not
bad.
5 because
Whore?
listen, I say it's like
Whore.
4.
It depends.
Whore?
Well, they
Yeah,
had
that's
to
pretty
dumb it
bad.
down. They had to dumb it, and they came up with hoe and hoe bag and
All of it's bad.
Slut. I mean, it's like the same kind of concept.
I don't like that word. I'm not
It's
a fan.
probably a
Okay.
1.
No. Now that I think about it,
Whoa.
what?
I
You'd
put
say
it
it
at
at the
a 2.
church?
I
You
say
say
it
it in
at a
church,
2.
you'd be like,
Actually,
look at that
I
girl.
agree
She
with you.
comes.
I say it's
Vigna
a 2.
is no longer a
I
man of
say,
principle.
I say it's a
She
2.
comes-
I'd say it to my mom in a grocery store. It's like, yeah, that girl slept with a lot of dudes.
Yeah, she's
That's
a whore.
Yeah, I'd say that.
And
and also in a
So
church-
Lucas is over here saying douchebag to his mother, but it's like, oh, you're going to hell if you say whore.
No,
And then,
not
like-
quite. I'm saying that holy fuck, that's bad.
How is that holy fuck?
Because, dude, like it's
Because it just said, let's put it back into the church. We're going up for the sacrament, and she walks by, and she's got maybe her dress is a little shorter than what it's supposed to be when
I
she's
have
in
one
church.
of the most religious
and you
people
lean
I
over-
know in here,
you-
and he's saying it's a 2.
You lean
okay?
over to your mother and you go,
I'm going
she's
4.
dressed like a whore.
Yeah,
They always say
exactly.
no one sweats worse than a whore in church. Right?
Yeah, I
So you're
say-
saying 3?
I'm in agreement with the 2 though, because like I wouldn't say it to anybody that I like. She may or may not be a whore, or he may not be a whore.
He's a man whore.
I say it's a 2.
That's
That's
2?
I
I
would
I
say-
think it's a 4.
Wow.
Not
Not a part. Not a
four.
not a
What
word
about
that's
you,
a huge
Coach?
part of my
What about you?
vocabulary. In all honesty,
I don't know. Part of me says that you wouldn't say it to her face. You
Oh,
wouldn't just say it out unless you were really angry, and you
Yeah.
would never say that in church.
Fuck
You
no,
would
I'll
never,
say it
That's
just-
a
and you
product,
wouldn't,
too.
and you wouldn't say it to your mother if the girl came up to you and she's like, "Why didn't you call me?" And it's like, "Cause you're a whore." You would never say that in front of your mother. So I'm
Yeah, I would
inclined
say
to
with a
believe,
couple of drinks down my throat before I
Right,
do that type
but
of
I'm
stuff.
inclined to believe that if I was with my mom and she and I, like Lucas said, and he's like, "Mom, let's go the other way. Let's go the other direction. Here comes Sally." And she's like, What's the matter with her? And Ma, she's a whore. Your mother would go, "Oh my word. How could you say that about her?" It's like, "Ma, she's a whore. She banged like 5 guys last night." No.
At the same time.
Right. I don't know that I'm talking to, I don't know that I'm using the word whore in regular ease with my mother. So maybe it could
you're a
be.
brave man if you are. Look, Vigna, sit here and think. I want you to imagine that your mother's in the room right now. Would you say that word around her?
I would say yes. She's a hoe, slut, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call
But
it.
that's not whore. I think
That's the
whore. I think whore is
same-
strong. I think whore is stronger.
It's the same thing.
But you'd really say that around her?
Are
you-
you
would you really-
drunk?
No,
You
I
should
really
say-
want to know. Like,
you
would
should
you
say,
really
Ma, that she's a
to
hoe.
describe another
She's
person?
a hoe. She's a slut, whore. It's all the same
This is the
category.
But you would
clip
say that around
Lucas
your
was
mom?
Talking about making.
You would say that around your mom?
yes.
God bless. God bless. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
All right,
Would not
next
do that.
next
All right,
up.
so I'm gonna blend it. It's bad, but I might say it to my mom.
Next up, goddamn. Now I know you wouldn't say this in a church. I know you don't say it. The Lord's name in vain. Okay, you don't say that. I still say it's a 1 though for me. Like I would say it at any time, anywhere, anytime. Like I would.
CJ just
God
He's
damn,
just
it's hot out
stuff.
here.
He'd
Like you're
say-
telling me,
he'd
like,
say all these.
like you're coming
God damn,
outside
it's
and you
hot.
go, God damn, it's hot out here.
Ouch, God damn it, I hurt my freaking toe.
Yeah.
I understand
But
you
if
wouldn't
you're
say it in
walking,
like
once
a
again-
church, of course, but like you go outside, it's like, God damn, it's hot. Like just something like that.
let me
something
let me
so
hear this
simple.
jabroni over here.
Jabroni.
You're making another clip. You're making another
Here's the deal.
clip.
I don't think it hurts anybody except God. So you decide. I think it's more of a whatever your beliefs are. I happen to
So you're
identify as a
you're-
Christian, so it's not. That's something that I would try not to say. But at the end of the day, if you're not a religious person, who are you hurting? Nobody.
Right.
So,
So
it
Like I
Is it
said,
an
it
anything?
has its place. It could be a 1 or it could be
And
a
that's what I'm
5.
trying. I hate to give an
I'm
answer
thinking,
like this, but that's what
I'm thinking
to
at the very least, I don't want to offend somebody around me because they could be Christian. So I might not say it. So I would say I don't say it around people. I wouldn't say it around people I don't know.
Mhm.
Right?
No, I said
You're-
it's
you're
between
hurting-
a 1 and a 5.
You're
yeah.
hurting nobody with it. You know, like
Exactly. Like
now. Usually, this word is put in front of a play in front of. I can't talk. This word is put in front of like that person is a GD, and then you insert
A
another word.
goddamn
Whoa, easy.
What about
Whoa.
a goddamn whore?
See that? Then you're really taking it too far there. I might have to call you out. But in
you
all
just made a
seriousness,
phone signal in here. Okay. Where are we putting this at,
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, what do you think at?
You know me. I think it depends on the situation, but at the most,
Like I said, the only situation I wouldn't like is saying it in a church. But if you're just literally walking outside and going, God damn, it's hot.
yeah, but in
Yeah, like,
defense of the people around you that you don't know and you don't know what they might react to, you're probably less likely to say that. You might just say, damn, it's hot.
Damn, it's crowded in here.
Right.
Like you're telling me that no
Right.
one would. Come on. I say that people will say it anywhere, anytime.
All right. So where are we putting it?
Put it at a 2 then for this man to speak on the Bible in front of my face or something like that.
I would say overall it's a 2, but you won't catch me saying it. Hopefully,
he gets butt hurt
It's
Who, me?
real easy.
Dude, how am I
We are not
butthurt?
going through this.
How am I
We're not
butthurt?
going.
I'm just giving this is an opinion.
Oh, we got to
podcast.
double up in here.
I have a mic in front of me. I know what I'm
At
talking
number
about.
12. We got to double up at 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you put it twice. Okay.
Right.
Next one, prick.
1.
I don't know, man. I don't like prick.
I don't even know
Prick.
what this word means, to be honest. What
A
is it?
jackass.
It's another thing
Oh,
about
not a
prick.
jackass.
Stop being a prick.
Oh,
Like
Stop
somebody
being a
who's a
little
hard
dickhead.
ass. Somebody's a hard ass and they just keep freaking grinding on you and you go, stop being a prick, dude.
if you were to use that word in church, do you think the pastor would even say anything to you about it?
No.
All right, then put it a 1.
Patrick, you put it at a 4?
After listening to conversation, I agree. It's fine.
Okay. I'm just
After
All right.
listening to yeah.
being a twat. I mean, it's kind of the
That
same thing
sounds
as
same
disrespectful
It's
as
just-
hell.
but
to
it's
be
just-
honest
it's just
with
like
you.
the
Do
same
you know what a
thing
twat is?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Tactical women's
It's
assault
like video
team.
game.
Could you
It's
imagine
slang-
being called a twat though?
it's
I don't
slang
want to
for
fight on the
being-
spot.
for-
It's like snow.
being a bitch, basically.
Right.
No, exactly. It sounds like you're being called a bitch.
Well, that's what's up next. But yeah, twat. I mean, I don't
It's-
know.
It sounds like a PG version of the word bitch.
I wouldn't say it. To
I'm gonna
my
put it
mom,
tier
though.
1.
I wouldn't say it to my mom.
I'd
though.
definitely say it around my mom.
Yeah.
You would say you would tell your mom.
She's
You
being
won't
a
say
twat.
goddamn,
but
but you
she'll
would
be
say,
a
Mom,
twat.
stop being a twat, Mom.
Whoa, I wouldn't say that to my mom. No chance.
Well, you
But
just
I-
said-
You just
I
said
would-
you just
Whoa.
said it's a 1.
I would say that person over there, we can't go down this aisle because that person's a twat. If you guys would, if
And
you
his
guys
mom
hold
slapped
on,
But you wouldn't.
if you guys would call any of your mother any of these words, y'all are wild. Because that's basically what you just implied right
Well,
there.
then I guess my mom hates
that's what
me.
you,
Then
you just said. If I called her a twat, I wouldn't call
But
her
that's
that.
what 3 is. So 2 is around people you don't know. 3 is you would literally call your mom. that.
Whoa, hold on. Does it really say that?
I'd say it to my mom in the grocery store.
But not call her that. There's a huge difference between I'd say it around my mom and call my mom that. So
Yeah.
what is this? Is tier 3? I'd call my mom that.
No.
No.
Okay, all right.
I'm
then
talking
I'm-
out loud to my mom, and she's going to accept the fact that I used the word
Okay,
twat.
she would definitely accept it. Oh, my mom would kick my ass if I called her any of these words. I wouldn't even think.
Your mom would freaking probably hit you.
That's tier 5. If we were going by call it, oh, it's tier
Then all
5.
those would be 5.
I'd rather meet the devil himself than call my mom that. Any of these words.
Twat. Mom, quit being a twat.
Beelzebub.
I don't have any say on this. I could care less.
Yeah.
I don't use
1.
the word.
I don't.
I don't use
I don't
it as
use it
my
either.
normal vernacular. I don't use it.
What?
I don't use. Hey, quit being a twat.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
If
one
you're
of the
being-
words on the
Hey.
list I found.
You're
Okay.
a
Stop being a,
twat.
stop being
All right.
a twat. I
It
found
sounds
the
like
fucking
you're
list.
a little nerd with a little pocket protector. Quit being a twat.
All right. Next up is bitch.
No, you can't borrow my
slash
pen, you twat.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. Bitch. Son of a bitch.
I do that when I stub my toe. Son of a bitch.
Again, depends on the context. If you're calling somebody this, I think it's really
Hey,
bad.
you son of a bitch! What do you think
that's
you're
pretty
doing?
bad. That's pretty bad. Or if you call someone
You
a
fucktard.
bitch, that's bad. That's pretty bad. That's
Quit being a bitch.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
say
female
it's
dog.
I was gonna
You're
say,
being a
I say it
bitch.
to Jeannie all the time.
There's a PAB, which is punk ass bitch, and then there's a BAE, which is a bitch ass excuse. So don't be a PAB with a BAE, a punk ass bitch with a bitch ass excuse.
Over here rapping.
Yeah.
I honestly would. I have said it to my mom, but
Right.
but it was just out of like a funny joke. It's
Right.
literally nothing. I don't straight up call my mom that.
Are you saying that around people you don't even know?
No.
So it's holy fuck, that's bad then.
yeah.
It falls into that category because
all right. So there's a difference between bitch and son of a bitch. I think we can kind of break this apart.
No, I agree with that.
well,
Son
I
of a bitch is
bitch.
more of just like I think it's like an expression to say like if you hurt yourself or like just yelled out in pain.
right.
Like if you get a bad grade on an exam,
Son
you're
of
gonna look at
So-
and that's not bad.
So
not
we're
hurting anybody.
we're calling Lucas a son of a bitch, which is a noun, and then you're going son of a bitch. It's hot.
I think
I'm
those are two different
describing how
things.
hot it is, so I'm using it
Kinda
as an
like-
adjective.
Okay, you make no sense, Lucas, with these because you're
That's what I'm
okay
saying.
with this and goddamn you're not okay with. I'm really like
Whoa, I never said I was. I said I'm okay with son of a bitch in a sense where like it's hot outside. Like
But
son of a bitch
the
is
same
hot
thing with
outside.
goddamn is like
But
what
I would
said.
never call another. All right, here's how I'm breaking it down: is does the word hurt anyone in itself? This one depends on context. Now I know sticks and
so does
stones, all that shit,
goddamn.
Sticks and stones.
but
This
Wait,
is why I'm confused right now.
no, I literally said
He's drunk.
no. I'm not. I'm not drunk. I'm just saying GD in itself doesn't hurt anybody, but to me as a religious man, it hurts God. So therefore, I don't use that word.
All right, Kirby, let's move on.
Okay, look at his halo. It's kind of tilted. I think.
All right, the next one is a.
So what are we
that's-
calling that one?
that's
then?
a green.
Anywhere,
There you
anytime.
Whoa.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I
Let's call it a question because there is a lot of context for that.
Jizz.
Yeah, jizz.
Jizz. Don't be a jizz bucket.
Definitely not something I would say.
I would not.
I
say
would
that
I would
around-
not say it, but probably anywhere, anytime.
I was gonna say, what you
Really?
call people a jizz bucket?
But my thing is like I don't ever call anybody jizz, so that's what I'd probably say anywhere.
I've
anytime.
never said like, "Shut up, you jizz." I'm
Quit-
not gonna
quit being a
call anyone that.
jizz.
I'm not gonna call
Like-
anyone that.
Jizz.
I think it's
Yeah.
pretty bad, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think it's bad, but I'm also just like, I'm not gonna
Think
call you
about
that.
it. All right, we all know what jizz is, correct?
Do
Yes.
we?
You don't know
Yes.
what it is?
a big viscous load.
Please tell me you don't know.
That's
I was gonna say, come on now.
Like, if I walked over to somebody who I did not know and said that, I think that'd be weird.
Exactly.
You know, like, so.
And I'm not talking to my mom in the grocery
Yeah,
store
not
going,
something
hey, I'm not going in the grocery store and go, hey, mom, look at that. That looks like a spill. That looks like a big load of jizz on the floor,
yeah, no,
on the
chance.
ground. Hey, here comes Marty.
I say
Marty's
it's like
coming
a four
over to
then,
clean
dude.
up, to let the store needs to clean up the
I
big
think it's-
wad.
I
of
think it's
jizz.
like a 4.
Yeah.
I think it's like that's fucked up. Like, that's you're because if somebody ever walked up to you and said that to your face, you'd be like, "What the fuck did you just call me? Are you serious?" Jizz, I'd put it 4 because
yeah,
it's out of place and it's also like nobody calls anybody that.
right.
And if you did,
I don't know if it's a cuss word.
but I also think that as well.
More of an oddity than anything.
It's more inappropriate.
It's
Right.
You know? Yeah.
What do
Like,
they call that?
If you
Pejorative?
were sitting in an office with somebody and, like, you didn't know that person, they said that, you'd be looking around at the other people in the office and be like, what the fuck?
You'd be like number 16.
All right, number 15, bullshit.
Bullshit.
I see fucking.
I think it's a 2.
Judas,
I think it's a 2.
can I
as
offer
well.
you a
Just
beverage?
don't say it in
Bullshit.
church. But I mean,
You're not saying
You're
it in
playing a game
church.
of beer pong against people you don't know, and they make a
Bullshit.
shot, and
That
you're like,
is
"That's
bullshit.
maybe
bullshit."
one of
Come
the
on.
best cuss words that ever exists. Hurts nobody, you know. But like,
except for bullshit.
Except
For
for those
balls.
people that don't believe in saying
Okay,
Those
then I put
words.
it as a 1. I
but
would put it as a 1.
that's just a
BS.
1.
Anywhere and anyway.
so.
We all get what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Just don't say it.
Love that word.
That's it.
You father mucker. It's the same
Okay.
way.
Next up, the Holy Grail. I think
Fuck.
at the top of the list is fuck. You got fuck hole and fuck off. You got all three of them.
What about fuck you?
Same thing. It
They're
all fits in
different
there.
Words.
No, they're
all
not.
different contexts.
It's
So you
the
stub your toe and say fuck, and do you think there's no difference between if you stub your toe and say fuck and saying fuck you to somebody else? Is that
I
what
also-
you're trying to tell me?
No, I'm
I say
saying
what I'm
fuck you to
saying-
the bugs.
But
There's
here's-
these
here's-
cicadas out
I
here.
box
know.
them out on the goal.
I know, but here's
They
the
come
thing.
flying.
Here's my thing with this, especially with this word. It is the timing and use of it. It doesn't matter what context it's in. It's the fact that you've chosen to use this particular vocabulary word. It is a part of your vocabulary that you can't think of, holy cow, did you just see that? And you'd be like, holy fuck, did you see that? You understand the difference now?
Yeah.
It's not like, holy cow. Nobody's going to sit there and go, hey, he was surprised that that bug landed on his shoulder. But when you're in a freaking group of people and a bug lands on your shoulder and you're like, holy fuck, get off me. And you start, people are going to go, did you hear what he said? He just used the F word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the queen mother of bad words. And you're not using it. You're not
not
freaking
really using
passing the freaking collection plate and going, and the guy looks
Holy
at you like you didn't put in
fuck.
there and go, get the fuck away from me, dude. I'm not putting any fucking money in there.
I personally think it's
I mean, I say it in places I shouldn't say it. And then I feel guilty later on.
Yeah,
but I
let
say it
slip.
anyway. I let it
slip.
fly.
I let it slip sometimes. Yeah.
I yelled at a student in a restaurant last week and I was like, get us a fucking table right now. And she was kind of like taken back. And I was just like, she didn't recognize me until it was like, it dawned. It's like, oh, it's Mr. Mintier. And he's freaking telling me he wants a table and I can't do that. And then I talked to her later. I mean, it wasn't, she realized who it was, but I used the F word out loud, didn't I, CJ?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah. No, not a Glory Days.
No, you said it before I came in then.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did. I was like, let's go. Let's get us a table. I want a fucking table right now.
to me, it's somewhere between a 1 and a 2. You obviously wouldn't say it in church. Vigna, why are you looking at me?
You
like
make
that?
no sense.
No,
dude.
hold on,
I
hold on.
really
You
am
are-
not
you
right
are,
now.
How you are so you worried about offending this word offends the
The
most
word
people.
fucking itself?
Offends the most people in the world.
Stop. There's no
But-
way.
but
We-
whore-
Can we pull our,
but
can we pull our
whore-
fans? Can we pull
But
our fans?
whore,
Is-
but whore
is anybody
offends
online? Is
everybody.
there
No,
anybody?
I haven't seen anyone. Oh wait, no, I do have.
Oh.
Who's,
Invite somebody.
somebody wants to take a call.
Call.
I think we need. I think we need
Yeah,
to let
hold on,
the person
yeah.
in on this.
Okay.
I'm not,
Yeah,
Does that
you
say
can try and
Eric?
call
I'm not a
Is that what
fan
it
of
says?
the GD either. Jizz has synonyms. I know what jizz is. May I call it? Yes. Yes. Whoever Eric is. Yeah.
Is Eric live?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
It gotta be.
Connect.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great show here. I'm hearing a little bit of an echo,
Sorry.
but I think like the synonym for jizz that y'all were talking about is the slang term cum, like
Yeah,
when a man
yeah.
ducks like semen.
I was
Glad you're picking up what we're putting down.
right. I was gonna put them together and I didn't. I was thinking about too many different things, but you're right, Eric. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but well, that would be kind of like if y'all had y'all's own sex talk with virgin ears like Ralph does. But I know like the other curse words, like I don't have a problem with the F word or any other curse
Thank
words
you.
as long as you don't
See?
say it in front of young kids or on
Right.
TV or radio.
Right.
The problem is that we're trying to get through how like goddamn and whore affects Lucas here, where fuck is like I'll say it out loud. That's all.
Right.
We're just trying to pick up that.
Eric, what do you think? Don't you think
mean,
GD?
I think-
and- Go ahead.
I think the reason why I don't really, like saying the GD or hearing people say it is because in my books that's just, like taking God's name in vain, which I
Thank
feel
you.
like is degrading.
All right. So that's what that was the whole
And
purpose.
I do
of
not believe
anytime
in
anywhere.
another curse word I don't believe in is calling women the C word.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's
derogatory.
coming
Oh,
up.
yeah.
I think we're gonna get
Yeah,
that,
that's
and
coming
I
up.
totally agree with you
Yeah.
on that. And you'll hear me defend that.
It's
That's
towards
Because
the
it's
bottom
number,
of the list.
it's number
don't worry.
25.
I don't
do the-
like that word's
just
not even
the
in my
second part of
vocabulary.
25, CJ.
What?
Just the second part.
Oh,
of it.
okay.
Right.
We have a
Right.
double. Okay. What do we have next? We have
Pissed.
pissed and pissed off or
Piss. So we just, man, I got to piss.
Well, I mean that word doesn't bother me either. And then
Yeah.
Of course, the word tits doesn't bother me either. But
Oh,
because
tits
basically
isn't on
that's a-
here either. Yeah.
Well,
I took
that's
it off.
basically
I thought it
women's
was too
breasts.
simple.
Well.
I did. I wanted some simple ones. I thought I wanted some ones that would draw our attention, and then I wanted some ones that were just so simple, like crap. Crap to me is the same thing that I would think Eric would equate with tits. Tits and crap are kind of simple.
But crap would be associated with shit, like
Yeah.
shit show or piece of shit.
Yeah.
But pissed off, I'm like, if I'm mad, I'm like, I'm pissed off right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
I've used that
enjoying
in
myself.
school.
Well,
Yeah.
when you say things like that, when you like if you are like son of a bitch, but not calling somebody a name, you're basically using an idiom of how can I describe it? Like this is not my day.
Eric, it sounds like you agree with me though, correct? Where like as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, it's all good, correct?
Yeah, you just have to watch the context of how you say it.
That's
Right.
all I'm trying to say.
See, that's where we don't see on the
And
page.
then except obviously, I don't think you'd say 90% of these in a church. So that's why I'm going mostly like tier 2. If it doesn't hurt anybody, it's mostly tier 2 to me. So
Like, and like the word hell, of course, like hell is a place. Like if you're like hell no, that means you're in disagreement with something. But if you like told somebody to like go to hell, then it's like you're directing them to go to a place that's not very nice.
Right. No, I totally
Because I'm
agree with your
usually
stance.
pretty pissed off at
Yeah.
you, right? Because we just did pissed. So I'm pissed off. Go to hell, buddy.
Okay, next,
All
shit.
Shit.
So you have
That's
shit.
a classic.
next.
That's a classic. That's a George Carlin right there, man. Shit, piss, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits.
I mean,
man. He was all
com-
7 words you couldn't say on TV.
I mean, it comes back to like what you were saying.
You got to
like,
check out his education video
oh yeah, I love George
because
Carlin.
because when he did that monologue about how fucked up our education system is, I'm more inclined to believe him.
Right, right. Yeah.
yeah.
Very much so.
Very soon, all you'll need, the only requirement you'll for getting into college is a number 2 pencil.
The only thing about this word that I see
the
is
number
it's,
2 pencil.
it's
a
more
shitty
for
pencil.
effect. You're like, holy
Yeah.
crap or holy shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I see it more as effect.
It's an
right now.
affect.
Again,
Right.
it's 2. I to be honest, I'm the type of person who will say most of these words if it doesn't hurt anybody, because I'm a nice guy. I want to see everybody happy.
How is like I want to know how shit is hurting somebody though.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
But again, you added things.
Or you
It's just
shithead.
shit.
Yeah, kind of like
You've been adding things all show, Big Nut.
What do you mean?
You've been throwing all these different scenarios out to me all show. So now I can't add something there where it depends
yeah,
on
you
context.
piece of shit. Hey, I mean, if you're being a piece of shit, like don't. I mean, or in the context of that, like I said,
You're being
adds
the
more
peanut.
effect.
So overall, tier 2 for me.
All right.
Or another one that y'all probably haven't thought of, like when y'all mentioned the word punk ass bitch a while ago. How about bitch ass punk, like in reverse? But I digress.
Yeah. Oh,
All right,
I get it.
Next one, dildo. We have dildo on here.
Dildo.
Heard that one.
What is?
Don't
what,
be a dildo.
Wait, you've heard someone like in a sentence use that in a sentence?
I mean, I've heard somebody be called that name
Okay.
and being addressed as Captain Dildo.
I think that's more of like a head scratcher. If I got called that, it'd be like,
It's kind of like the
It's,
jizz
it's,
thing.
it's probably the jizz,
Kinda like the jizz
layer
thing.
here. Could be a dildo.
well, and then a
it
dildo
sounds
is
like
also
you're
a
being
sex
told to
toy.
get fucked, is what it sounds like. But like, I'd be like,
You're equating with what the device is and what it's
Right.
used for, and then you take that connotation and you place it on somebody. Going, you're a dildo.
Yeah, I'm not saying that around people though.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm not
All
saying
right,
that.
so
to
that's
somebody.
a bad thing. You're not saying it around people
Yeah.
because that's just not what you're doing,
Hey, you just stubbed your toe. Are you gonna cuss?
right?
Sorry. Anyway,
Right.
I wouldn't say. I would say it's like a 4 or 3 because I'm not saying
Yeah,
that to
I'm
my
not-
mom.
yeah,
or I'm not.
saying
saying-
Yeah.
It's kind of
'Cause she might have one, and you don't want to offend her.
You should add to that category saying like it's awkward. It's fucked up / awkward for tier 4.
Yeah, and then that could be.
because jizz is.
It's awkward.
All right, next one. I don't know what this.
I don't
is.
know what gash.
Come on, gash is another. It's just another word for vagina. It's the gash, baby.
What?
I've never heard
Is that
of
on
this.
Urban Dictionary?
Yeah, just
Let me
look,
go
up,
pull this
look
up.
up gash. Trust me.
I have never heard that before.
I-
Is that an 80s term?
No.
Is that a 90s term?
It's a.
Coach, you're all alone on this one then. 'cause
Yeah,
I ain't
I'm
gosh.
sorry. I've been around a little longer than some of you, and I've heard a few words that probably you haven't.
once again, but none of us have heard of this.
Yeah,
Except for the next
like
one.
so Vigna before when he was a single guy and he was looking around, he was looking to land some gash.
Oh my
And and now he's like, hey, remember, because it used to be with the words number 23, you used to say that. You'd be like, hey, I'm going to get some pussy. Now you're going to say, I'm going to get some gash. I'm going to land
I've
some
never
gash.
heard that.
Am I right?
When I think of gash,
No, no one.
I have a
I don't-
gaping
I-
wound
if-
squirting blood.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I think of when I hear gash.
If I said that
Well,
around
that's
my
exactly
Yeah,
friends,
the
right.
gash in
Gaping
your
wound.
arm. Yeah.
If-
yeah,
You're on
gaping
your own
hole.
there, Coach, to say that. I don't.
if I said it around my group of friends, they'd be like, "You're gonna go get cut." Is that what you're saying? Like, I think
You're
they're
gonna go cut your
just not
arm?
something I'd say.
All right, next one I think is
Mhm.
I think it's going to be our number.
What is
5.
gash in slang?
What?
It's vulgar, the vagina, extremely disparaging and offensive, a contemptuous term used to refer to a woman considered as a sexed object.
So that's a
So you're
whore.
talking to her as
No,
It
dude,
goes
dude.
back.
No, I
It goes back
definitely
to
wouldn't
it.
say that one then.
So that's a
I'm,
whore.
it's,
What's up, Eric?
I think I would probably stick with a pussy on that one.
I'm glad you're on. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Next
we'll lock
one,
it into 4 then.
Next one, I think it's going to be our one of the number 5s. You got cock and cocksucker up next.
Quit being a cocksucker.
I know, but
You mother-
Hey, those are fighting words.
You
I think
that is.
But
like-
you gotta wind up with that. You go, you fucking cocksucker. What are you doing? You know what I mean? You just
unless you're talking about the movie Semi-Pro, it's like some cock will kill your family.
you said S my C. You kill my
I
family.
did not.
I did
think,
not.
I think it's a number 5. Like that, dude. You're going. Like I would not say that at all.
Yeah, I probably would never say that around my mother.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
Being
not
a
saying
cocksucker.
it's like that's fucked up. It's like, dude, why did you have to go there and say that type of stuff?
Right,
I think it's number 5. And then the next one is like
Similar, but
similar, but it's also a dude's name. Like there's literally people. You have dick, dickhead, and dickweed. Like there's. I'm sorry,
yeah, cocksucker is a little bit more.
Carry
it's
some.
like
weight.
you want to
Carry
fight
some-
someone.
Well, quit being a dickhead is a little bit different.
Or also
Hey,
like,
dickhead.
Yeah.
or some guy's
Or
name is
hey,
Richard.
Cock. When you
Yeah.
get the cocksucker involved, you know,
You really
know that,
enunciate
you know
that
them
shit,
are
it makes it
phlegm
worse.
with
Going
that
there.
phlegm. Those are the fighting words.
So it's,
And you're
it's-
right. Dick is another name for Richard.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm
Dick,
also saying.
dickhead, dickweed. So we're not. What are we putting out a 2? That guy's a dick.
I'd say
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I'd say that to my
I mean,
mom.
you'd almost
Well,
say it in church, like,
quit being a dick.
"Oh, hey,
Yeah.
there's Dick over there. There's Pastor Dick." You know, like, and
But
that could be someone's name.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
The
saying.
religious man Pat just held up the number. Oh, nice, change it to a 2.
Well, no, my brother has like a stance on that, and I don't know why, because like it's someone's name, and that's how I feel about it. Is that
Richard.
if your name is Richard,
yeah, I guess
Richard.
context,
Dude, there's
context certainly matters.
All right,
with that.
there's a bunch of swinging Richards over there.
You know,
next one you have
pussy.
Yeah, pussy.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Honestly, I think it's kind of fucked up. Like
Pussy.
it's kind of like fighting words essentially,
Pussy.
but it's not like
It's a challenge, you think?
it's
Yeah,
it's
don't be a
kind of like
pussy.
a
Bring it on.
challenge. It's
I'm
like,
Bring it on, you pussy.
I'm not saying that around.
exactly.
Yeah,
Or
it's 4. For
I
me.
think it's a
It's
4
4,
because yeah, you are saying it in the context of like you're trying to fight or you're trying to start
Either you're a
something.
wimp,
Yeah, you're not going, hey, mom, I fell out of your pussy. You're not saying that, right?
No,
Because I was
chance.
there when it happened. So I was there. I saw it. I watched it. I was part of it.
We really went off the rails there.
Pat looks
Just
very,
tell-
Pat looks
I'm
very
just telling-
disturbed.
I'm
after
just
that
telling you
sentence.
how I feel about it, brother.
That got
That's
real
just
awkward
okay.
real quick.
The next one you have the cunt. You have-
I refuse to say the word.
What?
Yeah.
I won't even say
not
it.
a fan of that word.
Yeah, thank you.
He's not a
What?
fan of it.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say though is
Come
that
on, Eric,
it
don't be
is
a
a
fucking
word.
cunt.
It is a word that some countries actually say it in their own vocabulary. Like you
Well,
think-
that's a cultural thing. Which
Yeah,
I
it
would
is-
say
It's a part of some people's
that's the
vernacular.
only
That's what
thing
they
I'll
do.
give it is that in like in Australia, you will it's
you
a part.
cunt.
Yeah.
And
how you
they
doing
say
there,
it
you
in England too.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'll give it. But other than that, I would put it
I think
as a
it's
5.
Yeah, it's 5.
It's a
I mean, that's
America is
Yeah.
I'd say it's like a 4.
I don't
for
use
me
it very
just because of the
often, but when
culture.
I'm really, really pissed off at some idiot on the road, I'll say it to myself, screaming in my truck, because I'm just
You're not
Here,
saying
kid.
it out loud. It's
Well, I'm
not like
saying
they're-
it out loud. To
You're not
myself.
like in the
Well,
grocery
yeah,
store.
Yeah.
It's just,
You're not in the grocery store.
No, I'm not
and,
saying.
and the woman bends over in front of you and she knocks a bunch of stuff down on
You
the ground.
cunt.
You're going, you fucking cunt.
No,
What are you
I'm not
No
saying
chance.
that. No
No
way.
No
chance.
chance.
No way.
No chance.
That's where I would say, hey, dickhead, what are you doing? That's where you say that type of stuff.
Ass
Or-
fuck's a good one too.
All right.
Head honcho.
and this is
And
called the
last
queen
one's
Queen Mother.
Oh, the MF for
motherfucker. That's
Right.
what you have for the last one. Number 25.
another thing that depends on context. It's usually a 5, but like if you're talking, you can spin this into a positive if you want to. Like
Right.
talking about Tom Brady, that dude's a bad motherfucker.
Right.
Like that can be
Right.
positive,
Right.
but in the general sense,
I used it
5.
as an adjective, right? In that.
Yeah.
Would you use it around your mother?
Mom, that dude's a bad motherfucker.
Tom
Yeah,
Brady,
yeah.
I don't think
he's
so.
a bad motherfucker.
I would.
I think
say-
I would say it around my mom.
Oh, come
She-
on.
I would.
all right.
In the positive sense.
I'm gonna leave.
In the positive
I'm
sense,
thinking-
but obviously everyone's mothers are different. I think my mom would laugh at me saying that.
I'm not. Gonna,
Whereas your mom might slap you in the back of the neck. So like that, that's tough. I think I would. I mean, I'm not gonna say it often, but I think I would be like, you see
What,
that mom, you see that dude over there? He's the baddest motherfucker. I
What
know."
about you, Eric? What do you have for it?
I mean, I don't really care for it, but I hear people say it all the time, but I try not to get offended. But definitely, like I say, don't say it in front of people who are easily offended or young kids.
yeah, that's the
Oh, well,
thing.
yeah, I definitely
agree-
would
agree
say
with
it. I
that.
don't
Yeah,
think.
you might point out the little kid. You see that little motherfucker over there?
Yeah, I would like to
Well-
think, Eric, that I wouldn't use. I mean, I'd probably use crap, weenie, and I think that might be it on the list for
Prick.
words I'd say around a little kid. But
Prick.
I mean,
You gonna call a kid a prick?
You little
I'm
prick.
saying I'd use crap and weenie around.
You tell him a weenie.
I'd be like, don't, or
Like when you say words that are degrading toward women,
No chance
I
I'd
find
say
the
that.
C word I find the C word way more degrading than the B word.
oh, I totally
Yeah,
agree with you, Eric.
Right. I think that's where women draw the line.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if they are a cunt, they draw the line at that.
Yeah.
I think women
Don't call
should
me the
slap
C
shit
word.
out
Call
of
me the B
people when
word.
that
I'd rather be
happens.
called a bitch than I would a cunt. But if you're acting like
Yeah.
a cunt, that's what you are. That's
But you just
how
don't
it is.
say it right.
But
That's-
but like with the C word, it's not just Australians that use that in their culture. People in England will say it too.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
I
Well,
was
they,
just-
they're the
But
same
here in
thing with
America-
fag. They use fag for cigarettes and shit
Are you
like that.
serious?
Yeah, they do.
Well, I know fag would be
fag, would you?
Or a bundle of sticks is what.
Oh my.
but I think because I'm a gay guy, fag would be short for faggot, like to degrade homosexual.
Yeah.
Dyke would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
to
I
degrade
mean-
homosexual women or lesbian. But I think lesbian would be
Yeah.
less offensive than dyke.
Yeah. Hey, that was a good one, Eric.
Yes.
We're adding 26. He said dyke.
I don't know.
Another word I would not say. I would not say that.
Don't be a
That's
dyke.
up there with the C word, probably. If you're gonna say that, to
Probably.
somebody. I say it's up there.
So
with the C
where
word.
Yeah, I'm
is
just gonna go back to-
motherfucker at then?
I say
Is
it's
it-
like
It's a
fucked up
4.
I say it's a 4.
MF's a
I'm not
4.
saying it to my mom. I'm not.
I put it as a tier 4. Yeah.
You say it in a bad context,
Yes.
essentially. More often than not, of saying like that dude's a bad motherfucker.
Right.
Like
Right.
more often,
Yeah.
it's in a bad
I
context.
agree with that.
Okay, so last one, and then we're gonna move on. Dyke, where we put it? It's out of 5, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Dyke,
Okay.
Any word that it's used to degrade people is a 5 in my book.
especially when you use it to degrade them.
Right.
But if you're characterizing somebody in a simplistic term, then it's going to fly. People are going to say it. That dude's a fag. That
Not
girl's
to me though.
she's a freaking
That's
dyke.
not something that would fly, and that's not something I would.
I don't know if I use
you
it.
know?
I've never really used like dykey. I mean,
What? You watching the College World Series? Just kidding. Just throw it out there.
I
Okay.
wouldn't use that.
Okay,
word.
we're gonna move on.
Well,
now.
before we get off the rails on that one,
Eric,
hey,
I
Eric,
appreciate
thank
you
you so
calling
much
in.
for calling in, Eric.
This-
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm glad I got to talk with you gentlemen today. I look
Yeah,
forward to y'all
man.
doing
Come
these
back
shows again
anytime.
soon. And hopefully I
Eric,
might
I'm
even
just
see y'all
really
around
glad you
Podbean at
agreed
some
with
other
me a
great
lot,
shows.
so.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Come
Like
back
John
anytime.
DeVito,
Yeah, you're
Serious
welcome
the Old
back
Man,
anytime.
Ralph,
Thank you.
and Lingalonga and so many others. But I'll see you guys around. I'll probably get ready to drop back and chat unless y'all just want to mute me or kick me off the call. It doesn't matter.
You can stay
Cracking.
on as long as you want. If there's nobody else there, we don't have anybody else on.
If you want to hop back in, but we're going into a segment that's not going to really have much to go on in terms of callers. But I appreciate you stopping by. Hop back in anytime.
Mhm.
Yeah. So give Lucas that glass there.
This one?
Yeah.
Yes, beer time.
Okay, so right now we're going to move on into our beer drinking
Patrick went to
section.
go get the beers.
How many beers do we have
we
today?
have 2 to taste today.
So for every single episode, almost every single
Hurry
episode,
up,
we
fucker.
try to taste microbreweries from around the country.
Yeah.
We taste about a minimum of 2 to 3 to 4 beers every single show. Today we're going to do
We
2.
used to do 6 back in the day when we first came out. What's that say?
No, it's okay. No,
Oh,
he
he's
was
just
just saying
saying
thank
thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Shout out Eric, man.
All right. So
Yeah, I
this
appreciate that.
This is Kalamazoo Stout. It's a stout brewed with brewer's licorice in it. And it's brewed and bottled in Bell's Brewery Incorporated in Comstock, Michigan. It's I tasted it last night because I picked it out. It was pretty expensive. It was like $14 a 6-pack.
Jesus.
Wow.
But the guy at Glenn Miller's in Camp Hill, PA, he recommended, gave it a high
We didn't
recommendation.
even do that one. Jesus Christ. We didn't
What's
even
that?
put that on there.
What?
It's like a,
The JC?
Jesus
That's a
Christ.
5.
That was on there, and then I took it off. I didn't want it to delve into any. I wanted to use religion, not in the
Nothing,
sense, not
yeah,
religion
I
as
know.
itself, but what would you do in church? Because everybody's different
Right.
when they step into,
And then this guy
a house
showed
of
up
worship,
over here.
yeah, and his
Going back and forth.
his cross is burning me. The power of Christ compels you. So this is made in Michigan. It's named after the city where it all began. Kalamazoo Stout is one of the most classic recipes. Smooth, full-body stout offers a blend of aromas and flavors of dark chocolate, freshly roasted coffee, and you will definitely get the roasted coffee sense in it. But it has a significant hop preserve to it, but it's not over the top. It doesn't have a bite. It finishes really well, and it's 6% alcohol by volume. So this is Kalamazoo Stout. Highly recommended. I should have got the guy's
Should we
name.
get the music playing?
Yeah,
What was
Oh,
Fires-
CJ.
CJ dropped the ball.
God.
Well, I didn't
What
think.
inspires me?
Well,
I'm
with
gonna
the-
drink some
The porn
The,
music.
the first thing you the,
more dark chocolate.
yeah you
That's just
to me I get
I need more dark.
I get the chocolate. It's almost like a roasted chocolate, but the smell
Where's
is
the porn music.
Give me a
Does that-
sec.
Does that offend you, Lucas? Porn.
the smell is
It's really
Hey, no, you're making me sound like a pussy, and I don't.
yeah, fucker. Don't be.
Good.
You,
Go
you gonna get
go
some-
being a twat.
you gonna get some gash later.
Hopefully.
God damn. Sorry.
So all right, so it's got a great aroma to it.
There it
There we
is.
go.
There it is.
Let me get a little sniff.
It does have, to me, it has a little bit more of a rich coffee flavor to it.
Now, I would not be taking about 9 of these from the cooler.
9,
9 from the cooler.
6. You drink 6 of them.
No, 6%.
6% alcohol by volume.
Well, that,
So it's not too awful high or anything.
right,
like
but I'm
that.
saying it's heavy. You're not gonna
Yeah,
slam
it's-
one. You're not gonna
well,
slam
you know as
one
well
of
as
these.
I do. Stouts and porters
right now.
tend to fill you up a little bit, and so yeah, I got that 6%. So it's not over the top. I mean, I looked at one that was 11%, and I put that back onto the shelf because it was in a whiskey barrel, and it to me.
It's not
in
an
a point-
it's not an overbearing coffee flavor either.
I think that's where the chocolate comes in.
I don't get
It's
chocolate.
the dark chocolate.
I don't get any chocolate.
I don't
at
get
all.
chocolate.
You do at the end.
No, I
Oh,
don't.
sorry. I didn't even. I was.
It's a
typing
little.
air.
It's a little dry.
typing
It's
air.
not over the top. If I'm sitting in a bar, I might
So what is
sample
this
this
again?
one.
This is the
Kalamazoo
this is
Stout.
The stout.
You might like that one. See.
I like coffee. I didn't really like like it's not overpowering, but I would not be slamming these.
That's a strong cup of coffee.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
I am actually getting chocolate as I get to the bottom.
At the end, yeah, it finishes with that dark chocolatey taste to it, but it's not bad.
It's not the best stout.
But we said one of the crowning things is if you're in a summer day and you're at a party
This is heavy.
and there's a cooler full of these in there, are you going back
One or
for another?
two.
You're going back for
I'm going back for another, but not maybe.
go-
You're not going to
If
spend
this
the
is at
day.
a-
No, I would be hammered off these.
Well, it's
This
only
is at a
6%.
But
It's
no,
not
I'm
a ton.
I'll
telling you.
have it, but other than that, no.
So what's a Bud Light? A Bud Light's about what?
4.5.
4.2%. So this stout is just a tick above that. It's at 6. So it's
Well, I'm
not
saying
like over the top
to
there.
me, stouts make me feel like super full. Like I'm feeling pretty full after just a couple sips. That's the thing about stouts.
I
to
don't
me.
think I'm going back to this. To be
Okay.
honest with you.
Yeah. All right. So this is brewed locally in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, from
Ah.
Desperate Times Brewery. It's called Honest Lawbreaker, and it's an oatmeal stout. And oatmeals tend to have a little nicer, smoother blended flavor to them. It's 5.4% alcohol by volumes, and it's really low on the hoppy side. So the hops are well blended. Its IBUs are only at 24, so it's not huge. It's not huge at all. But so this is Honest Lawbreakers Oatmeal Stout, and I love the sound of that.
I love the label. It's just slapped
Yeah,
right on
yeah.
there.
It's a
too.
black and white
It's
label. There's nothing fancy about it,
It's simple, but it's cool.
and it's not.
Wow, that is dark.
Yeah, it started out lighter, but then no strong coffee or chocolatey smells to it.
This is the it says oatmeal on it.
Yeah, it's
So
an
that-
oatmeal
it
stout.
is.
So it'll have a little calmer taste to it.
I'm telling you, man, there's nothing quite like a bowl of oatmeal with a banana for breakfast. In all seriousness. So I'm really excited about this.
No bite off of it. It's rather smooth. There's not a whole lot of punch to it. It doesn't have over the top. I don't know. There isn't any over the top aroma that gives you additional flavoring and things like that.
It's definitely a little smoother than the other one.
Yeah,
Like going down.
that's because its IBUs are lower. I wish what's a Kalamazoo? What does it say? Does it list the IBUs on here? It doesn't. It doesn't have
Look at
anything
the
listed
front.
on there.
This is really good. I like this. I might
I was
actually
trying to see if
keep
the
going to the
softball
cooler
game
for
started.
this.
Yeah. It's not.
Eric
It's
said
not.
he gave you a follow. Hopefully that's
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you very much, Eric. I hope to see you back here next week. Like I said, we try to do a live show every single week. But if not, like I said, the recording will be up by Monday every single day. But thank you for stopping by. And if you stay around, we have another segment that we'll do after this. It's called Hops of the Week, more of a pop culture type of segment that we do to round off the show every single week. So this beer, let me get it.
it's smoother.
It's definitely smoother.
I like it a
It
lot.
doesn't-
I'm a big fan of this.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I like that a lot more.
It has a I don't know how to explain it. It has a softer finish to it. It does.
This,
Whereas
like
the
I
other-
said, I'm a big oatmeal and banana for breakfast fan. And this just makes me feel good because I feel like I'm just eating breakfast, relaxing, eating breakfast. And it just goes down really smooth.
beer for breakfast.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it feels like to me. This is something I take out on the golf course at 10 a.m. You know, like that's the type
10
of drink it is.
a.m.?
10 a.m. Shit, you'll be fucking hammered by 2.
Yeah. Vigna, you've never gone on the golf course at about 8 a.m. with
I
a
don't
few
put-
drinks?
Nah.
Oh goodness.
Man, that just must be something a 22-year-old to do.
You'll learn one.
54-year-olds do
You'll
it,
get
too.
older and be like, yeah, I don't want to drink anymore.
You'll get you hit about 31. And you don't really want to.
Dude,
Feel
try
miserable
20,
the next
try
morning.
25.
What's it say?
Okay. No, he's just talking about how to check out these other Podbean podcasts. Just find out some new podcasts on here because we do need to broaden our horizon
Oh,
here
yeah.
on Podbean
Oh,
to
yeah.
find some more. So I appreciate that, Eric.
So
But
once
anyway,
again,
yeah,
Desperate
it's-
Times Brewery's Honest Lawbreaker Oatmeal Stout was a big hit with you guys.
Yeah.
Brewed right there in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And it was
What-
interesting. I was looking for the Big Muddy Brewing's variety that we brought back. Well, I was talking to the guy from Glenn Miller's Beer and Soda, and he basically said that throughout counties in Pennsylvania, that determines what kinds of beer you actually get. So if you go to a location in the Harrisburg Camp Hill area, well, that's going to be quite a bit different than if you went to the Gettysburg and Adams County area, you could get a different variety of beers. And so everybody's doing their own thing. Although they have a ton of different varieties and stuff like that. Like I said, I was able to get the Bud Light 24 ounces. You go into the store and they're about $2.79, $2.59, $2.79, unless you go to Martin's and they're like $3. But I was able to get them for $2 a can. So, but yeah, the oatmeal stout was for 4 beers. I paid $12.99 for 4 beers. So $13 for 4 beers. Yeah, so it's about $3 and change for a beer.
Okay, so to be honest, it was like does the price affect your rating at all, Coach?
No,
Okay.
I just purchased them because we want to taste them.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
it was really good, but to be honest, I'm not going to pay that much.
Right,
for,
but that's
like-
what you're paying with craft beers.
But
Yeah.
And the thing
But
is,
here's the thing: you're supporting local business, and that's why I like to support
right,
like
right,
local breweries.
right.
you
But
know?
you're paying the cost because that's what's incurred when you're a craft brewer. Your overhead, and you have to pay more
Think
for
like
it.
look. They just
Right,
had
that's a good
they had to
point.
slap the label on this.
Right.
You know, it's not like this where this is pre-made
Right.
this way. You know
It
what I'm
came that
saying?
way. Yeah, Anheuser-Busch and
You know,
and
see, like
the
look,
rest of
you
the
can peel
kings
the
of
label off.
So Desperate Times Brewery,
Carlisle,
Hey.
Pennsylvania.
shout out the Desperate Times Brewery.
Yeah,
that was
definitely.
really good.
Yeah,
Big
I liked
fan.
it. I liked it. There's another one, and I got 3 more in there if you want to take one with you. Definitely good.
You
So-
know, hops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to. Wait, what?
He doesn't have a hops. You gotta look
Yeah.
it up.
Okay. How many do you have?
I have
today,
one, and
Coach?
mine's real simple, short, to the point.
Do you have anything, Viggs, or no?
Oh, I can think of many things. So don't worry.
You wanna go
Okay,
first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
How many you got? You got 1 or 2?
I have 2.
All right.
One.
Or you
is,
want me to get mine out of the way because it's
Okay.
simple.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So several weeks ago, we were talking about the girl that was found in the storm drain. Remember, she was in Florida and they found her. She'd been in a storm drain for,
Always in
for
Florida.
days. She was in a 6-foot drain pipe, and she'd been missing for 3 weeks, and they found her barely alive in a storm drain. And apparently, she was on the bay side of where this house that she was at, and she went exploring, and she got into a storm drain, and she got trapped. And they found her. They heard people walk by and heard her weakly saying, "Oh my God, I need help! I need help!" and all that. And it just turned out that they found her, and it took them, and they found her, and she was naked, completely naked, and she'd been in there. She'd been missing for several weeks. Well, it turns out that same girl, Lindsay Kennedy, guess what? She was in Texas, and guess what?
What?
Go ahead and guess.
Did she get stuck in another storm drain?
She got into another storm drain.
What?
And they found her. They knew where she was at. They found her cell phone. They went and tried to locate her.
I think she should be like arrested
and so-
at this point.
Right. And here's what it turns out to be. You know why she was in Texas? She was in a rehab center, and she wandered away from the
Oh,
rehab
my
center.
God.
Jesus.
And she ended up in there, and they found her again. They said that as a precaution, her loved ones were dropping bags of food and Gatorade into the storm drain, hoping that if she would see something, she would be closer to not dying.
I hope she gets the help she needs.
She
in
was
all,
in-
in all seriousness. I was joking about the arrest, but I hope she gets the help she needs. You know,
It says
Like,
that
sounds
she
like a
was in the
serious issue.
hospital on a psychiatric hold. And they said
Wow.
that she reportedly had psychosis and post-traumatic stress disorder for years of being in an abusive relationship. And she was found in another storm drain. She was exploring another one, and she she got picked up. Luckily, she ended up surviving this one. But that's, you know what it all turns out. The first time we thought, holy cow, how do you get yourself into this situation? Well, it looks like she has mental health issues,
Oh.
and storm drains are her thing.
Hopefully, she gets the help she needs.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, but I just thought it was kind of odd that they would reprint this story saying that, that was. I don't know how you get into the water and go, hey, there's a storm drain over there. I wonder what that's like. Let me go in there. Oh shit, I'm lost. And I don't. And I guess that's where the mental health issue comes from.
Sorry,
but yeah, I thought
shouldn't
we'd
be
bring
laughing,
we
but
bring her
that's-
back.
I'm
But here's the thing: it's not like she's a young girl. This girl's 43 years old.
Oh my.
And so she found herself in another tunnel system in Texas. She was found safe, obviously, and they returned her back to the hospital. Maybe they should lock her door or strap her down or do something. But there you go. That's my hops for the week. So hopefully she doesn't get out and end up in another storm drain.
I did think of something, CJ, but
No, go
my
ahead.
turn.
That's
You
fine.
want me to go?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
It's more of a question to you all, but I'm sure you all have seen this. There's been kind of an issue in the NBA with fans throwing objects.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
players.
yeah.
Good
I just
call.
want to hear.
Good call.
Yeah.
I just want to hear what are some possible solutions that we could have to fix this issue, because
No more courtside seats. Do like they do with NHL. Have the boards up.
Yeah.
When teams for NHL teams come out, I don't know if you
Or
know
MLB, you have the net.
how they have the net over top of the entryway, so
Right.
the
Yeah,
players.
but that won't prevent things like water or piss or whatever being thrown
The
at
boards
them.
will, though.
But no, what I'm saying is if you just have a net, somebody's still throwing water down there. Still
well, no,
throwing
I'm
a
saying
beer.
like have you been to like an NHL game? How
Sure.
they have the tarp mesh net, not mesh, but I guess it's a
It's
solid.
hard to throw it over that fucking wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I'm totally getting you,
Yeah.
but I don't think you can just use a net and saying, hey, we'll just use a net to catch things. People, there are idiots out there and they're going to throw things. And I mean, look at Patrick's a freaking Philadelphia Eagles fan, and you look up in the cheap seats at freaking the link
The fights are awesome though.
at
but-
Lincoln Financial, and there's
MLB
freaking
one between the Rockies.
I did. That guy got
That dude got knocked the fuck out.
went to
Yeah.
sleep.
I mean, first of all, you have no. I don't care. It's one thing to say something to him, saying, "Hey, you're a bum," or what are you walking off the court for? You got your ass kicked
like
tonight.
that.
It's one thing because you have every right to say that to
Yeah.
them, but at the same time, you have no right whatsoever to throw anything at any
Throw
one
a
of these
full
guys.
water bottle, let alone at
You know,
somebody.
to me,
I think the Russell Westbrook thing was the popcorn. You
Yeah.
know,
I think Westbrook. I think it's fair game. I wish Westbrook would have had the chance to whoop that dude's ass.
Oh, it's like the
You know what
video
I'm saying?
with
Like,
Marcus Peters.
Where he comes up, I'm
But
Yeah.
the Marcus Peters one is different. I don't know what the fan said, but the fan
But
was just
still-
talking shit.
but
Whereas,
still,
like,
like
and
No,
again,
but
he's
he's
once
talking shit, and then
once
he,
an assault or a battery happens, it's fair game.
but
I
when
think
he's
it's fair
talking
game.
shit and he comes up to him and the guy says, "Don't touch me," it's like, yeah, square up now. It's like you're just being a fucking.
Sure,
just
you're
being-
being soft, but at the same time,
Then
like,
don't talk. I'm sorry.
I think some trash talk from the
so
fans. As long
you're
as there's no
you're
slurs
a little
or-
bitch for leaving the court. Like you're gonna say that.
I'm not saying I don't think you should call anybody that word, as I mentioned
How about
earlier.
you-
But
how
I mean,
about
like,
you-
so LeBron leaves the court 5 minutes early, right?
Oh yeah.
if you yell you're soft, fair game. I think that's fair game. But like throwing stuff at LeBron,
well,
too far.
obviously that's
That's
ridiculous.
what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
I think trash talk is a whole different word.
I mean, I feel like they should have the right to confront him.
It's like
for trash talk or for throwing stuff?
No, throwing.
Oh, that's
yeah,
no, we
yeah,
agree
yeah,
then.
yeah.
We agree then.
Yeah,
for,
I don't
for one of the
think-
first times ever,
no.
Big Man, I agree.
I know.
Yeah, I have a hard time when a fan feels the need that they have to throw something at
or get
and-
involved in some sort of like
demonstrative way. Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to go, hey, LeBron, you're a bitch for leaving the freaking court early. You got your ass kicked. See you later. That's one thing. You're not challenging his manhood. You're not saying you're fighting him. You're not doing any of those things. But if you said, LeBron, you're a bitch, and you threw freaking water at him, sorry about your luck. You have no right to do that, and you should be banned completely from any arena that supports that.
And you're also telling me that LeBron wouldn't kick the absolute.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, you're telling
but-
me a 6'9", 260 man wouldn't
Who
absolutely
literally
destroy
could
you
be a
if he
starting
starts?
NFL tight end.
But what if the guy?
he
What if
played
the
right
guy
now?
who threw it is up in the stands, who's a freaking MMA beast, and he freaking whips the shit out of LeBron? What then? Or the guy's freaking Dave Batista, and he says, "Fuck you," and he throws something at him, throws popcorn at him, and
Yeah,
you
that
come him up
person
in the
isn't
ring.
gonna
and-
get anywhere near LeBron though.
I'm just saying. Well, somebody might be compelled to start something because they do want to fight Russell Westbrook, or they want to fight LeBron, or they want to do those.
You're
They wanna
wild
do
if you
those
want to
things.
fight Russell Westbrook.
But I'm
You're
just
a
saying-
different breed.
I know but if let's say you were a trained fighter, and you don't like him.
Why was that your mission to be a trained fighter and want
No,
to
I'm just-
fight Russell
I'm just saying,
Westbrook?
you know as well
All
as I do,
things.
if you're a trained fighter and you go to an arena and you get fired up, you have a few too many drinks and you say the wrong thing, and one thing goes to another, and your freaking training takes over, and you happen to whip the shit out of a professional athlete, then what? I'm not saying that's supposed to happen or it
You'll
will
never
happen or
fight
anything.
again. I hope you understand that.
Yeah,
You'll never
I'm just saying,
be a
but
fighter ever
I don't know.
again.
I just don't think that you should have any opportunity to throw anything or do anything to those athletes other than to be able to talk to them. It's the same thing with what's her name, the tennis player. What's the tennis player who checked out of the one?
Naomi,
Yeah,
I think is her
yeah.
name. I don't know. Her.
Naomi Osaka.
Yeah, she stepped away saying that the press was, she was suffering from depression and having mental health issues because of the way the press treats her and things like that. Well, you knew what the job entailed. You knew that your media is not always going to be friendly to you. So, I don't know. I don't think you have any right to throw anything at any athlete ever. I don't care who it is. If somebody's a professional and they're standing on stage, you have no right to throw anything at them.
Well, I guess
Ever.
segueing to this, Logan Paul or Floyd Money.
I'm tempted to put
Logan.
one.
Whoa,
Hold on. You gotta let me speak. You gotta let me
Logan
speak.
Paul.
You gotta let me speak.
What is this? I don't understand what's going on.
So
A YouTube sensation
No,
guy.
a Vine sensation.
Well, whoever this clown is.
Oh, he is a clown, and I hate him. But
I
go
think
ahead.
everything.
him and his brother.
I think everything has been staged thus far.
him and his brother too.
What are the-
There's
what
this
are the
big
betting
fight.
odds
It's
on
this
the
big
fight?
fight tonight on Showtime.
I
That's
mean, the
tonight?
greatest
Yeah.
boxer, probably the greatest boxer
Floyd-
to ever.
Big,
Floyd-
are you buying it?
Floyd, no, I'm not. No,
Hey, I was gonna ask.
it's
if I could
a
come
money
over.
making. It's a money making
A
scheme.
cash grab between the two of them. But how
Pretty
much more
It's a
money does
cash grab
freaking
for
Floyd?
Logan Paul? is
How
what
much
it
money
is.
does
Floyd doesn't.
Floyd
Floyd's like I'll bring my C game, and I'll do work.
It's literally a lose-lose for Floyd because
Yeah.
honestly, at the
it's
end of the day,
$50 to get on
at
that.
the end of the day, it's like you win. It's like, yeah, you're probably the greatest
You
fighter
should.
to ever fucking box in the game of boxing. And if you lose, it's like
It discredits the whole
you-
sport. in
Yeah,
my
exactly. It really does. It's just.
I mean,
a
don't get me wrong.
cash
Jake
grab.
Paul's pretty jacked and everything.
It's turning
but,
into
like,
WWE essentially. If you're going to
Ah.
go into this fucking fake fighting shit right now.
I don't know what's this guy thinking. He's gonna freaking square off with.
But
Floyd
Logan's
Mayweather.
much bigger than
I get
Yeah,
it. I get
Floyd.
it. I
I
get
think
it.
that's the thought process behind it. Is if Logan lands one, he might knock his head off. Is the thought right? They know. I feel like you
I
know more than
guess.
Does he have any kind of fighting experience?
Yes.
yeah.
he's fought other YouTubers.
Yeah.
From what I
Exactly.
understand.
yes.
He's fought a guy named KSI.
I saw that. It's this one.
He's fought, I want to say, one other person. Other than
So
that,
so Floyd is 44 years old,
he's never lost a fight.
50-0, 27 knockouts, 5'8", 72-inch reach, and 155 pounds. Logan Paul is 26 years old, 0-1, no,
He's 0-1.
no knockouts, 6'2", 76-inch reach, 189.5 pounds.
This one has him listed against KSI as 199.
But he lost to KSI.
Yeah. Essentially, it's not a knockout. So
All
it's
right.
a split
Well,
decision.
what I was gonna say is I was gonna say $1, but now I'm gonna put a quarter on Logan Paul to win. And just-
$250,000? I'm
no,
kidding.
like a quarter of a dollar.
Yeah.
And I, maybe I'll get some.
I
money
just-
So
in
how
return
did this
in
guy?
case-
How did this?
Well,
I
I
guy,
just
quarter?
like
What
don't
do I
get me
gain,
wrong.
the
Like he's
world?
pretty jacked and shit. Don't
Oh,
get me
I
wrong.
don't-
But like,
yeah. But how did this guy, this Logan Paul
Just-
guy,
he's a-
make his
Just
bones?
because he is a very big influencer.
he's on like
what does
YouTube
he,
and
but,
shit.
But what does he do? on
Nothing. He
YouTube?
makes money off
He
of
does
people
nothing.
subscribing to him.
Okay.
And
He was involved in a controversy.
And-
It was either him or his brother. And I hope I'm not misspeaking on this. It may have been both of them, but one of the
His brother's
Paul
Jake,
brothers,
right?
his
Jake
brother's
Paul,
Jake.
yeah.
One of them was involved in a controversy when they were filming a YouTube video in Japan, and they were like in the woods, and they happened to find a man who had committed suicide, and they posted about it. And I believe that they were like mocking the dude as he was, dead in the woods there. And I think that was their big backlash, and that was when they got canceled. But I think they've since been uncanceled and are big on YouTube again. I know that happened to
I
one
know
of the
he
Paul
does a
brothers,
podcast. Logan Paul does. So
but Pub Talk's better. So
Yeah, Well,
I
I'm
know
going to
you
have to
could-
do it. No, I'm going to have to do a little bit of looking and check it out and see what he
I'm
does.
telling you right now, like I would 100% put my money on Floyd, but the only thing is that, like I said, this is a lose-lose for Floyd. It just is. You came out of retirement again to fight Logan Paul.
I'm not gonna lie. Did you all see Jake Paul take Floyd's hat?
Yes,
That was hilarious.
I think
thought
that was
So
funny
wait a
as
minute.
shit.
So
No,
what's
I
that
thought
was
fucking
staged.
hilarious.
But now he's
That
gonna.
was staged.
But now he's gonna fight. Jake Paul's gonna fight an MMA fighter.
so Logan
Jake
Paul
Paul is
and
just-
Jake
I don't
Paul
know
are
about
brothers.
Brothers.
Jake
yeah.
Paul's the better boxer, so Floyd should be fighting Jake, in my opinion.
Logan
It's
Paul
all a
won
money
fight.
making scheme.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this dude Floyd says, "I'll fight both of y'all on the same night," and Jake Paul responds with, "Got your hat," and took his hat and started running away, and then got absolutely jumped by Floyd and Floyd's bodyguards. So
Okay,
That's hilarious.
That's your hops. Though,
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's
and that
going on
fight.
tonight. I saw.
Yeah.
on a Sunday night of all.
I
days.
know.
That is just weird. You would think on a Saturday night. Chad Ochocinco is supposed to be a fight before it. He's supposed to fight someone before
Yeah,
the Logan
that's
Paul
what I'm
fight.
saying. This is all money.
So how many? We should take a wager on that,
There's-
CJ. We
there's-
should say
there's another
no,
card.
how many people will tune in? How many?
Oh, it's going to be
There's
a
a
lot
couple
of
million.
people. I'm
I
telling
think
you right now,
because
it's gonna be a lot of-
because it's
1 million people? You think?
at least,
influencer versus
yeah.
the greatest boxer.
At $50 an event,
Yes.
that's 50 million.
yes.
How much
Yeah.
money does Floyd need? He's freaking
Nothing.
already
He
fat.
doesn't
enough.
need
He doesn't need
anything.
anything.
So he's just doing it for street
for
cred.
for shit.
Yeah.
to
okay.
beat the shit out of this guy or
To shut his
whatever.
mouth,
Yeah.
hopefully. But
But
Yeah, I'm
still,
not a
it's-
huge Floyd fan, but
Me
I want to
either.
see him beat this freaking YouTube dude up. I want to see him rock his
but
shit.
Floyd's like
He's
Floyd
earned
did-
it.
Floyd
He's
likes
got
to
the ultimate
dunk,
street
you know,
cred.
like-
He got the ultimate street
he's
cred.
Floyd
50-0.
he's stupid. No, I'm not like trying to discredit him, but like going for knockouts isn't really Floyd's game, right? Floyd's more of like you're not going to land one on me. Like
It was the whole thing about the McGregor fight is that he's going to beat you out with just the clock. He's literally going to waste your time. And that's
which, I
what
mean, I'm not
everyone
gonna
got
if
pissed
that's
about.
how you went 50-0, I mean,
It's the same
like
thing
good
as
for
the
you. I'm just
Pacquiao
saying,
fight.
like, I feel like there's a lot of people who are thinking Floyd's just going to absolutely like just beat the hell out of him, and that's
gonna
not.
be it. No.
If I feel like Floyd might land, like 30 punches or something like that. and
Dude,
win
he's going
because-
to even at 44, Floyd Mayweather's going to freaking outbox a freaking dude who's never fought at that peak level. You know what I mean?
right.
He's not even in Floyd's league, not even remotely. I don't care if he's 40 pounds heavier. You have to actually hit Floyd. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
That's how people got pissed about the Pacquiao and McGregor fight is how defensive fucking Mayweather is. But that's just his style. That's always been his style.
That's his
Yeah.
technique. But hey, they always say the best offense is great defense,
That's right.
All right.
and he's really good at that.
I'm going to do my hops and then we're going to get out of here.
All right.
Okay. You guys have Netflix?
Yes.
Go check out it's a show. It's called The Night Stalker. And
About Richard Ramirez.
it's
Oh,
about
I've already
Rich-
seen it.
Yeah.
Great show.
It's 4
Yeah,
episodes.
I think I've seen it.
It's 4 episodes.
Think.
Well, then for the people out there go watch on Netflix. It's called The Night Stalker. You want to talk about someone who is like probably the weirdest serial killer probably out there because
They're all weird.
well,
But
no,
he
I'm
was-
saying
I think, and I'm not trying to knock down or take anything away from your hops, but I think that Richard Ramirez looked at this as this was something he could, I don't know,
Create on
on his own. He was trying to, and he was basking in all of the media attention and things like that. And of course, as information gets out there, he becomes even more extreme. And then when you see him in the court and doing the things he did in the court, crazy.
the women that were all over him because he
Oh,
was
yeah.
a bad boy.
Yeah.
It's
And
honestly
then-
ridiculous.
Well, he got his teeth all fixed up. He had the pentagram carved in his hand. He did,
it's a creepy ass show because the first couple episodes you're like, who does this? Like, well, I know you asked yourself that about a serial killer, but it was all random. It was all just he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this house tonight. I'm just gonna go in the window and kill everyone in this house. I mean, you look at that and you go, serial killers, most of them have a pattern. They all have something in common that they do, and for this one, it's just all out of random.
he killed 15 people, and there you're right, CJ. It was a lot of.
But
he was a serial rapist. He was a killer. He was a freaking child abuser. He did all.
The
He did it
saddest
all.
part, though, it's not even the killings. It's that he died of natural causes.
He died of cancer.
He didn't even get the fucking chair. He didn't even die of the death penalty. That's
Yeah.
the saddest part. Is that like if you're one of those families and you want to see, this guy get what he deserves and he dies of natural causes, he doesn't even die of what the sentencing was. That's just heartbreaking for those families. And then, like I said, the best thing about it is just seeing how the cops are, the detectives are they're a unit. They want to find this guy. So badly.
Yeah.
And trust me, one of my uncles is a former homicide detective, and he's seen a lot of evil.
Some pretty bad stuff.
He's
Your
seen
Uncle
some
Brian has
evil.
seen some heinous shit.
So I mean, it just goes to show. But like I said, if you have Netflix, go check it out.
Yeah.
It's not very long. It's only 4 episodes.
And they're only 45 minutes long
Yeah,
each
45
episode.
minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, Viggs.
Don't watch the
Lucas,
movies. The movies don't do it justice. You have to watch the Netflix documentary. It's much better.
because it has the real people who were
Right.
actually a part of the experience. Okay, Viggs, Lucas, thank you for coming by once again. Even though the swear word tier list got out of hand. For
Once again, shout out Eric
Yeah,
for coming
thank
in
you,
and
Eric.
agreeing
Yeah.
with me,
Yep.
reinforcing
very
that I
much,
was
Eric.
right and Vigno was wrong.
You little
Okay.
twat.
Until next week, though, I'm sure we'll see you both.
Hey, shout out to our new friggin' listener, Eric, out there. What a great addition. That was nice to have him on.
Yes.
But until next time, guys, peace out. Love you guys.